Welcome Buford community to Tom Ryden Stadium and a night with the Wolves. I'm joined by head coach Brian Appling, currently 6 feet away from me. And we're here tonight to recognize a group of young men and women who are part of our 2019 5A state football champions. During the night, you're going to see many videos acknowledging the accomplishments of these young men and women. We're going to start with a series of videos as thank yous to our corporate sponsors and businesses and owners who are part of this season.
Hi, this is Jalen Huff, senior cornerback for the 5A state champion Buford Wolves, and I would like to thank Buford City Schools Board and Commission for all the endless support of our football program this year. Go Wolves!
What's up? My name is Jalen Taylor, running back for Buford High School. And on behalf of our Buford football program, I'd like to thank Rick Hendricks Chevrolet for sponsoring us.
Hello, I'm Ace Edwards. I'm number 18, played nickel and defensive back. I would like to thank People Bank and Trust for supporting Buford football team this year. Thank you.
Hey, my name's Jason Roche. I play safety, and I just want to send a big thanks to John D. Stevens for supporting the Buford Wolves this year.
Hi, my name is Elijah Turner, and I play running back at Buford High School. And I'd like to say thank you to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta for all their support throughout this year.
What's up, guys? This is Hayden Olson, the kicker and punter for Buford High School, and I'd personally like to thank Chandler Britt and Jay's law firm for their support for our Buford Wolves.
Hey, what's up? This is Julian Lewis, number 15 wide receiver for the Buford Wolves. I just want to thank Chick-fil-A Mall of Georgia for their big support to the football program this year. Growing up, Chick-fil-A been my favorite spot to eat at, and it still is now. I just want to thank y'all for all y'all did this year.
It's Carlton Holly. I play defensive line and fullback at Buford High School. Shout out to M4 Construction for helping out the Buford football program for all these years. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Hi, this is Dylan Akins. I play receiver and corner, and I would just like to thank Garrett Reed and Jeff and Cameron Henderson Builders for their support of the football program this year.
Hello everyone, this is Elijah Opentui, inside linebacker and receiver, and I'd just like to thank EM Concrete Services for helping us continue our championship tradition. I couldn't thank y'all enough.
Hey, my name is Daniel Benitez. I play safety, and I would like to thank Construction Labor Service with Greg and Charlie Sims for their support to our Buford football program this year. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Jacob Press Williams, and I'm one of the kickers here at Buford. I just wanted to give a special thanks to Shirk Accounting and Tax for supporting us through our championship tradition. So, thank you.
Hey, my name's Seth McLaughlin. I played left tackle for the Buford Wolves last year. On behalf of the Buford football program, we just want to thank Ted's Montana Grill for the continued support. Thank you for all you do for us.
Hi, I'm Jamarius Isaac. I play DB, also slot. I just want to thank Press Watch for all the support they showed us. Go Wolves.
Hi, this is Avery Sabrasi at Buford High School. I wanted to thank BSN Sports for sponsoring our football team during the year and helping us accomplish our goals on the year. Thank you.
This is Jackson Powell. I play defensive end and tight end, and I would just like to thank Nike for helping us continue our championship tradition. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I lost my voice a little bit, but my name is Malone Van Gorder. I play offensive line at Buford High School, and I wanted to thank Papa Jacks for their support of the Wolves this year. Go Wolves!
What's up, guys? My name is Justice Johnson. I play receiver and outside linebacker at Buford High School, and I just want to thank Honey Baked Ham for all the support they showed us this season. Go Wolves!
Hey, this is T. Lee. I play cornerback and returner for the Buford Wolves. I'm at Jimmy John's. I want to say thank you so much for the support of our program. I'm about to go get a sub right now. Thank you.
Hi, this is Nate Kasman. I play cornerback, and I just want to thank Buford City Gas for their support of our football program this year. Thank y'all.
Hi, this is Evan DiMaggio, and I play inside linebacker and tight end, and we can't thank Free Chapel enough for what they mean to the success of our program. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Kevin Vendell. I play offensive defensive line. I just wanted to thank Georgia's own credit union for the support of our football program this year and being there with us when we want to stay. Shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Hey, this is Ryan Rettmeyer, and I play safety, and I would like to thank the North Connect Voice for supporting our program this year.
Hey, this is Zach Jenkins, and I play safety. I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Blake Dalton and State Farm for supporting our Buford Wolves this year.
Hey, what's going on? It's Javen Sadler, running back, cornerback, and I just want to thank the Comfort Control Incline for all they do in their support in our program this year. Thank you.
We cannot begin to tell you how much we appreciate the contributions of all of our supporters throughout the community. Buford football as a program cannot run at the pace it runs without all of the financial support, the meal support, and everything these businesses do for us each and every day. All right, doing something a little different on our night with the Wolves. We just wanted to, since we're in these days and times of Zoom meetings and everything like that, I wanted to bring these 5 guys together, kind of say thank you to our moms huddle. We had a lot of moms and even a lot of dads that do a lot for Buford football, but we wanted to make sure we said thank you to these ladies individually and as a whole, and just just pour out all the love that we possibly can over a Zoom call, basically. And I know I didn't get everybody on there. I couldn't fit everybody on this call. I'm thinking about, Ms. Galbraith, Ms. Norris, Ms. McCullough with the freshmen. There's a bunch of others, and I can't say them all. But I'm going to let these 5 guys say a couple things, a couple words to their moms, because those were the faces that I saw around the halls all year long, a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and let TJ start off.
Thank you, Mom, Elena Lowe, for always being able to be with our team. It means a lot. Love you.
I just want to say thank you to my mom, Rosetta Powell, for just putting in so much work over the season, just making sure we had Gatorade or snacks or anything like that, like after a hard practice. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to my mom, Lisa Castleman, for getting all the food prepared for like senior week or just like Thursdays after practice. Thank you, and I love you.
I just want to say thank you to Rhonda Cunningham for treating all the players like her own kids and making sure we got everything we need. We love you, and I love you, Mom.
I want to say thank you to my mom, Jennifer Alexander, for providing us with honey baked ham, giving us food when we need it. Love you, Mom.
We love all the moms, and these guys want to say something extra special to their moms. And I know that's a big deal. My mom was the head of the Moms Huddle back at Lithonia High School when I was there. So it's a huge deal, and it's a huge undertaking. Just let you know that we don't take you guys for granted, and we appreciate everything you do. Love you. Next, we would like to recognize our 9th grade football team in their season. Please welcome their head coach, Stuart Chester.
Hi guys, Coach Chester here. I know it hurts not being able to come out today and be together and celebrate your season and celebrate the championship for the varsity, but I know it's tough times, but tough people, they get through tough times. So I think through this adversity and through some of the things that we've gone through will make us better, and I think you guys, from what we've seen this past year, you're going to be just fine. I would like to thank Mr. Beard, Board of Education, Dr. Downs, and our administration for providing probably the best school system in the country, the best athletic department, Coach Woods, Coach Wolf. They're the foundation and the backbone of this athletic department, and not just football. They've done so much for us, and we really appreciate them. I got to thank Coach App for giving me an opportunity to coach football again. And to be part of a great program. And everybody talks about Coach Out being a new coach, new head coach. He is a new head coach, but he's not a new coach. He's been here a long time. And, he knows what Buford football is about, and I appreciate him bringing that back, just the integrity, the discipline, and all the things that he's done. He probably not a lot of different things throughout the season, except for off the field and all the things you have to do as a head coach. But the decisions like Archer and state championship, I appreciate the decisions he made there because very well. And parents, I want to thank you. Thank you very much for giving us opportunity to spend so much time with your son. And thank you for being a parent. Thank you for being a parent that's a parent, not so much a friend, because we know life's tough and we know football's tough. And you've got to raise a son that can go through those adverse situations. And you've done a great job, and just the class and the character that those young men have is unbelievable, and we really appreciate that. Players, hard work, gosh almighty, appreciate it. I love you. It was a great season. You went through some hard times. I don't know that we were always the best team, most talented team, but I think we were the best team. I remember Parkview being down 14-0, and everybody kind of looking around, and your character and your class and your leadership, you saw the outcome. We came back and took care of business, and 7 wins, perfect season. What can you say about that? I think probably everybody outside of Buford is going to see that 7 wins and perfect season, and that's how they're going to judge you. That's how you're going to be remembered because of the scoreboard. Well, I think at Buford we're a little bit different than that. I think we're uncommon in the fact that we see those 7 wins as a result, really as a result of some intangibles like you sitting in front of the desk in the classroom, our little devotions and book reviews we had each Thursday morning before the game, taking 45 minutes out of first period for you to learn how to get dressed in and dressed out and get prepared for class. Just simple yes ma'am and no ma'am. You know, those intangibles, I think, show up on Thursdays for us and, of course, Fridays for the varsity. And I think that makes us very uncommon in today's athletic world and educational systems across the state. And I say it again, I think we're very uncommon. You know, I watched you come in the summer as just after graduation as an 8th grader and just young, and, you know, you come in not knowing what to expect. Working hard, you know, going through those tough times and the hard times and learning. And, you know, we got to watch you grow throughout the season. You came in as a young 8th grader, and we got to see you walk off the field at Tucker as a young man with character, a young man with class, a young man with integrity, and a young man that loves Buford football and loves this program and really want to leave your legacy, you know, here in Gloryland. You know, we learned about legacy. Legacy is not what we leave as far as wins and losses. Your legacy is what you teach and how you leave that jersey, how you leave that number, and how you leave that name across your chest. And your legacy you've left will pay dividends for Gloryland and Buford football program for years to come. Appreciate you. I love you. I hope you're safe. And we'll end it this way. If you love it, say Wolves.
Hey, my name is Andre Johnson. I have the pleasure of giving out two awards today, the Freshman Captain's Awards, to 2 young men who exemplify what it takes to be a leader on this team. The first name is Dylan Wicke, and the second is Ian Chandler. These 2 young men definitely exemplify what it takes to be a leader in our program. Both young men went on the field and led their teammates in very tough times and were able to hold their composure in those tough times, and is most of the reason why we gave them this award. I think they have a very bright future here, and I look forward to more things from them.
I'm Devontae Mack, and I'm honored to give away the 9th grade Coaches Award to 3 amazing kids that played for us of 9th grade Buford football last year. They're Christian Butler, Eli McElwaney, and Elijah Williams. These guys have been big time for us, and most importantly, the reason they have this award is because they're the most coachable and they come to work every day.
Thanks, Coach. The future is definitely bright for these young Wolves, and we can't wait for them to make it to the varsity level. The JV Wolves also had an incredible season this past fall. Here to tell you a little bit more about their season is Coach J.J. Chapman.
Hey, I'm Coach Chapman, head JV coach. Our JV season this year was a great one. We won 6 games and lost none. Guys really showed up. And when you play JV, it's often a time where you don't get a lot of reps on varsity. So when you're playing a JV game, you get to take your turn to shine and play. And being as though we have a small team, some guys had to play out of position, and it was really incredible in what those guys was able to achieve.
The coaching staff also awarded an award for this past JV season. To present those awards, here we have Coach Sean Gilbert and J.J. Chapman.
Hello, my name is Sean Gilbert. I'm the assistant quarterback coach here, and I'm here to introduce our JV Captains and Coaches Awards. JV is a transition period for our kids to go from 9th grade to varsity, and the opportunity to play and to get better is never more important that was exhibited by these guys that win these awards. Our JV captains, our first JV captain is a young man who showed significant improvement throughout the year. He was always ready to go on Friday nights and Thursday nights. He led us to, of course, to a perfect record on Thursday afternoon, and he also made a huge difference towards the end of the year on our varsity. I can't imagine where we would be without him. And he's an excellent young man that has done so much and accomplished so much, and is extraordinarily talented, both physically and intangibly. Our first JV captain is Ashton Daniels. Our second JV captain is also a young man who exhibits the toughness and work habits that we look for in all of our kids, and he also is willing to wear many hats and play many positions, and he again also contributed on our varsity and helped us win a state championship on Friday nights. But he grew confident, and he grew more capable on Thursday afternoons, and he did an excellent job And we're real proud to award our second JV captain to Eli Parks. Our JV Coaches Award is, again, one that's decided on by the coaches, and it's a person that we see showing a lot of intangible, value to our teams and does things that we ask him to do. And again, selfless is the word that can be used to describe this young man. He was able to and willing to move positions, play whatever, offense, defense, special teams, and he did so excellently and he did so well throughout the year. And we're very proud to award our JV Coaches Award to Will Hartness. Thank you, and go Wolves.
Today I'm going to present 2 awards. The first award is going to go to the JV Captain Award, and this player is very talented, intelligent, and he displays a lot of the intangible skills that we want here at Buford. And he's getting this award because of his leadership on and off the field. And his name is Mason McCraney. The second award I'm giving is a JV Coaches Award. This award is given to a player that has went through some adversity through the season and overcame those adversities, plays hard out every time he got a chance, and that player is Caden Williams.
As you can see, our underclassmen and their respective teams have begun to implement the intangibles that continue to make Buford successful. What's also important is what they're doing off the field, in the weight room, in the community, and in the classroom, because all this comes together to form what we think is the ideal Buford football player. Next up on our Night of Wolves, we'd like to recognize the young men and women behind the scenes of Buford football. Here to introduce our trainers and managers are Buford High School's head athletic trainer, Coach Chris Dimmeline.
Hi, my name's Chris Dimmeline. I'm the head athletic trainer of Buford High School. And today, I'd like to thank our entire athletic training staff for this past season. The first 2 I'd like to thank are my colleagues, Marissa Caldwell and Melissa Hopfensberger. Without them, it would not have been possible. They've worked here for the past 2 years, full-time athletic trainers, and this was their first year covering football for the entire season. And I can't thank you enough. Next, I'd like to thank our student aides, Isabella Asenzo, Jordan Garrison, Julia Montville, Courtney Martin, Bree Smith, and Katie Earl. These young ladies have committed hundreds of hours helping keep the football team hydrated and taped. Oftentimes it's a thankless job, yet these girls would do it day in and day out without complaining. And for that, I am truly grateful. I miss you guys, and I look forward to working with you next season. Thank you.
Now to recognize our managers is Coach Ronald King.
I'm Coach King. I want to thank all the managers for their dedication and hard work helping on the sidelines on Friday nights, on the practice field, and in the equipment room. So for managers, Natalie Bryant, Trinity Harling, Trinity Gant, Samantha Sarver, Naya Howard, Ella Patterson, Keanu Ritter, Caden Nance, Garrett Foster, and Samuel Norris. You are appreciated. Thank you.
At Buford High School, we've always said, in order to have a successful season, your seniors have to play the best ball of their lives. On top of that, they have to be the best leaders of their lives and lead a group of underclassmen to plateaus that they didn't think they could make it to. When looking back at our championship season, the class of 2020 exemplifies all of these characteristics. I'd like to take a few minutes to say a couple of words about each of our seniors.
Hello, my name is Drew Dasher and I'm the Special Teams Coordinator and Tight Ends Coach. I first want to talk about our senior, Jacob Price Williams. Jacob, it was a pleasure to watch you these last 2 years, work on your craft and become a better kicker. The attitude that you displayed each and every day going out there and working, no matter what, to get better was an incredible feat. I challenge you to continue doing this the rest of your life. Know you have a fan for life in us. Buford football thanks you for everything you've done. The next senior that I have the pleasure to talk about is Hayden Olson. Hayden, I want to tell you how fantastic it was to be able to watch you throughout your career at Buford High School. I enjoyed every minute, the way that you attacked each day, each workout, each practice, every game. The mindset you had was top notch. I hope that one day that my two boys can grow up to be half the man that you are because you set a great example every day. Please continue to do this in the next phase of your life and keep challenging and pushing forward. Thank you for all you've done for Buford football. We'll be fans for life.
Hello, my name is Coach Chapman. I'm the inside linebacker coach here at Buford, Georgia. I will now talk about my senior inside linebacker, Evan DiMaggio. Evan DiMaggio had a great season. Came out this year, had a really, really good offseason, worked his butt off. Got hurt in the first game of the season, and then came back in the 10th game of the regular season and had a great run in the playoffs. And Evan DiMaggio is a very, very intelligent guy who displays all the qualities that we like here at Buford. Evan will also receive the Coaches Award.
Hi. Hello, I'm Coach Davis at Buford High School. I coach the running backs here. I have 3 seniors today that I want to talk about. One of them is Javen Sattler. He's very special to me. He came through this program 4 years ago. His dad played here, and it means a lot for him to be at school. He's one of the all-time greatest kids to come through this program due to the fact he's from this community, and it's been a fun joy to be able to watch him play, grow, and develop into a phenomenal young man. I look forward to his future at Albany State. Good luck. Next guy I would like to talk about is Zaylen Taylor. This man is so sharp, and I always talk to myself about his great appearance, his great things he do in life, the things he does as a young man, how he represents himself as a man. Every day is no sir, yes sir. His parents have done a phenomenal job raising him. They should write a book as far as raising Mr. Taylor and how to raise a young man. I just want to tell you, man, you've done some big things for us in the playoff for us, and without you, I don't think we quite get over the hump. Thank you for everything you've done for 4 years. Thanks for buying in. Thanks for being unselfish. Good luck. Right, next man I'd like to talk about, Elijah Turner. Very special, just in a different way. All our kids are special to us, but Elijah Turner had to grow a lot. And to watch you grow the last 4 years has been the most amazing thing. I didn't quite know, didn't quite understand, but your senior year, you figured out what you want to do and how you want to do it. And your senior year ended up being really, really good for you. Thank you for everything you've done, man. Your talent is elite. Please continue to do the things you need to do to be elite. I know it's a lot of work for you, but watching you play, man, is one of the best things I've ever seen in my 13 years here at the high school. So good luck. And also, Elijah Turner is getting the Coaches Award. He's going to UNC Charlotte to play running back. Go 49ers.
Hi, my name is Kyle Manley. I'm the receiver coach here at Buford High School. And the first guy I'm talking about is Nate Castleman. Nate plays receiver and corner here. Nate has a great attitude, did an excellent job this year for us, did a great job with his role, unbelievable job on scout team, had a great attitude every day, and I know Nate's going to be very successful in whatever he chooses to do after high school. I'm going to talk about Justice Johnson. He played receiver for me, played linebacker, also played special teams, did a great job his first year here at Buford High School, did a really good job blending with the team. Did a great job playing receiver, had some big catches for us this year, he had one of the top 10 plays from this year, was an excellent blocker, and I know he's going to do a great job at U-Pike. Julian Lewis was a great receiver for us this year. He was with me full time. He did a great job playing wide out, really a student of the game, got better throughout the year, and he had one of the top 10 plays from this year. He was very, very productive, especially late in the year, and he is also getting a captain's award. Zach Jenkins did a great job for us this year. It was his first year out for football, and he had a great attitude, did a great job on scout team, really knew his role, and brought a great attitude every single day. I know Zach is going to be very successful at whatever he chooses to pursue after high school.
Hello, I'm Coach May, the old guy. Wish I could see all of you. Seems funny looking to a camera, especially with my face, but anyway. I have 4 guys I need to talk about tonight, get the opportunity. Really enjoyed having all of them. The first one is Ryan Rettenmeyer. Ryan came to us at the beginning of the year as a safety. He'd been playing quarterback for 3 years and then moved to the defensive side of the ball and was really impressed with him. He was doing some really good things for us. And then all of a sudden he got hit with mono, so that pretty much ended his season. And I hate it for him because he was making some strides and was enjoying what he was doing, and I just wish him the very best. He's going to be a pilot, so Ryan, don't forget your old coach when you start flying around. Next, my man Avery. I told somebody just the other day that if I could have somebody come back, it would be Ave. He, a big old kid that can run, physical, can tackle, and he was really starting to get the hang of it, especially early in the year. Did some good things for us, got some good quality minutes. I think the world of him, and I tell you what, once he sets his mind to something, he can do anything that he wants to do. I just appreciate him. Next, my man Danny. That was my security blanket. I've been coaching a long time, and I'd put him in the top 5 as far as smart kids. He, not the biggest guy, not the fastest guy, but one thing, he loved Buford football, and he knew our defense. And I don't know what Danny really wants to do once he gets out of high school, but one thing I've been trying to get him to do is to get into coaching. He was like having another coach on the field. He can teach, and kids listen to him. And if they ever had a problem, they would go to Danny before me. And I just wish the very best for him. He's got a great future ahead of him because he loves people. And that's one reason I wish he'd get into coaching. Appreciate you, Danny. Last but not least, my man Jam, the juice box. His energy. Everybody in Buford will always remember Jam for the catch and also the pick. But what I remember about him is we asked him to do something that's really hard. He had played corner ever since he had gotten here, but having to move to safety, which is a tough place to play, just from a mental standpoint. But I asked him to do it, and he said, "Coach, I'll do whatever I need to do to help Buford football." And we got to going, and he was picking it up well. Even he was fighting some injuries in the summer. Then he had to go back to corner because we had a couple more injuries. And then he came back to safety, which is tough. But he stood up, and I just appreciate him, leading us every single day, and that's one reason he's voted one of our captains, which is a great honor at Buford High School. And Jam, I appreciate you, all 4 of you. I love you. I'll always be here. Like I tell them all, I said, you might be gone, but you never leave us, and I appreciate it. In closing, I'd like to say, just for those 4 guys, the rest of the senior class, what y'all meant, you will forever go down in leadership, senior leadership, in the mold and the model that we want the rest of our senior classes to go through, just because your resilience, how tough you were put in tough situations, having to go on the road 4 straight weeks and doing what you had to do, and never once you backed down or never winced. And I just appreciate this was a great year, and a lot of it was because of y'all. Thank you very much.
I'm Coach May. Today I'll be talking about 3 different seniors: Ace Edwards, Elijah Olafantui, and Jason Roche. Starting off with Ace. Ace was a very good player for us this year. He embraced a position change back during the spring, moving from a safety to an outside backer. We needed a bigger physical body that could also play a lot of man coverage and run, and Ace was that player for us. He really started to embrace the role, and throughout the season continued to improve. And this was evident during our playoff run when he made some big plays in some crucial times, thinking back to Jones County when he had the interception. Because of this, Ace earned an opportunity to go and play ball at the next level, and really look forward to seeing what the future has for him. The second player is Tui. Tui kind of played a bunch of positions. He started at a receiver, played a little outside linebacker, and then we ended up finding a role for him at inside linebacker. He really embraced this role for scout team and giving us a look each day, and really brought the energy, especially in the weight room. Tui's a very bright young man, and can't wait to see what success he has in the future. The third is Jason Roche. Jason really had a mentality of just what he could do to help the team out. He started at strong safety and then moved down to an outside linebacker. He was a crucial role and big part of our scout team each week, and giving us a great look, and helped on special teams. Jason is a big physical kid who also is a multi-sport athlete at Buford, and is actually going on to play lacrosse at the next level, and we look forward to seeing what the future has for him. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Coach Rogers, and I coach defensive line here at Buford. Tonight I will recognize 3 seniors. All right, the first senior I want to recognize is Kevin Vendale. Kevin's played defensive line for us for the past 4 years. Kevin's a huge asset to our program, especially this past season. Kevin, I respect the heck out of you for accepting your role each week. No matter what the role was, you ran with it, and you led the way in helping your teammates each week prepare for the games on Friday night. And I thank you for that. I thank you for your hard work and dedication. I appreciate you. And everything you've done for our program, how you helped help us turn it around and take it to where we want it to be. I would like to recognize Carlton Holly. Carlton's a 2-year starter at defensive line for us, and was able to step up and play a lot of extra snaps, a lot more snaps during the playoffs at fullback. And so he seriously went 2 ways, especially toward the end of the season and throughout the playoffs. He played a big role in leading us every day in the weight room and on the field. He's a true leader and competitor that we will definitely miss. I want to thank you for all of your hard work and commitment to your teammates, your coaches, and your community. Next, I'd like to recognize Jackson Powell. Jackson is a 2-year starter at defensive end, and he made key plays this year at tight end to help us out. Jackson's a very talented player that usually scored in the top 2 or 3 every Friday night with defensive production points. He was a vocal leader when he had to be, but he really didn't have to say very much. He led in the way he practiced, prepared, and played every week. He was so much fun to watch on Friday nights. We always say the intangibles outweigh the tangibles. Jackson's intangibles shined every day. His career stats and senior season stats are at the top of our charts. Unfortunately, he had to play with a cast most of the season. Just think if he was able to play with 2 hands instead of 1. Jackson will continue his football career at West Point this fall. Jackson will also receive a Team Captain Award.
Hey, I'm Coach Snell, and I'm Coach Corners at Buford High School, and today I'm going to talk about 3 seniors, Jalen Huff, Willie T. Lee, and Dylan Akins. The first senior I want to talk about is Jalen Huff. Jalen is a fierce competitor, a 2-year starter, and excelled down the stretch for us as both an open field tackler and actually blocked a punt against Ware County. The thing that I'm going to most remember about Jalen is, number 1, how he coached the younger kids, and also, number 2, how he would always ask me for video the Sunday before our game on Friday. And Coach, have you got that tape broken down yet? I want to see that tape. So he was always asking me for video. Can't wait to watch Jalen perform at the next level as he pursues his academic and athletic career at Georgia Tech. The next senior I want to talk about is Willie T. Lee. Willie overcame a very, very serious ankle injury and missed actually 5 or 6 games during the regular season to become an all-state player. Most of us remember T. Lee's remarkable play, the strip against Warner Robins, to allow us to drive the ball down for the game-tying touchdown. Also, his interception against Carrollton was a big play for us. The thing that I most appreciate about T. Lee, though, is his poise and his confidence. The way he approaches the game, I often tell his dad the best part of his game is between his ears. Just a guy that doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down, but can't wait to watch him play at the next level. He's going to play for Coach Herm Edwards at Arizona State University. So Willie, good luck to you, man. I can't wait to watch you play at the next level. Hey, the next senior I want to talk about is Dylan Akins. Dylan's a 4-year player for us at Buford, plays corner. And the thing that I will most appreciate about Dylan is how great of a teammate he is. Hard work, perseverance, tenacity, effort, all these attributes describe Dylan. And to be honest, that's exactly what Buford has been made of for all these years. All these championship teams have been made out of guys that are selfless, that show up every day and work hard on the scout team. Dylan, I appreciate you and all the work that you've put in for 4 years. I can't wait to see you at Emmanuel College. I know you're going to go bass fishing at Emmanuel College on a bass fishing scholarship. And so proud of you and what you've done for our program and our community. Congrats, Dylan.
I'm Coach Matt Winslet. I'd first like to thank Coach App, Coach Condon, Coach Wolf, and Coach Wood for giving me the opportunity to be part of such a special program. The 2 seniors that I'm going to talk about this evening are 2 guys that, first of all, I want to tell them how much I appreciate them opening their hearts and their minds to my coaching methods. These were the first two guys when I walked in the door that shook my hand, and they were also the first two guys that hoisted up that state championship trophy after the Warner Robins game. The first senior I would like to talk about and in honor is Malone Van Gorder. Malone is the guy that in our meeting rooms, he kept the mood light, kept me on my toes, and more than anything else, he made me feel right when I got there that the guys had my back. And that for a first-year coach here is huge. And simply the fact that you're wanting to do a great job and a great program, and when you got kids that let you know that you're accepted and that what you're doing matters and what you're doing is being heard, and at the same time not taking everything quite so serious was what he gave me and gave the rest of the guys, and that's what made him so special. His work ethic and his attention to detail was unmatched, and I'm really proud of the way he finished his season. Seth McLaughlin is the second senior I'd like to honor today. Seth probably epitomized the true meaning of what it means for a senior to commit himself first before anything else, in the fact that he had committed to the University of Alabama before spring practice even began. And me and the rest of the coaches and the seniors, it was quick to notice that as time went on, he was the catalyst that drove the rest of the seniors to really see that, let's just let the coaches coach, let the players play, and let's just see where this takes us. And nothing that we asked him to do throughout the season was beneath him. Every challenge we put upon him, everything we asked him to do that was new, none of it was too much. And the commitment that he had to Buford football was always above his commitment to the university that he's going to play at. And he truly committed himself to Buford football, and I'm very proud of that.
Two of the most prestigious awards that we give away each year in Buford football are the Dino Kilgore Award and the Ryan Daniel Award. Here is an example of what these awards mean to our coaching staff and our community. Dino Kilgore was a former baseball and all-state football player at Buford High School. He was a key member of the 1978 state championship team, where he was voted Class A linebacker of the year. Tragically, Dino passed away shortly after winning the Class A state championship in 1979. His mom, Jean, is still one of our program's strongest supporters. She's often one of the first ones in the seats at all home and away games for the Wolves.
Well, Dino was a very, very avid Buford Wolf. Would not miss a game, he wouldn't miss practice. One year, we went to Florida, and it was okay for him to stay out of school, but we had to fly him back so he could play football on Friday night. And at the halftime, the year they won the state championship, he and Bob Paris and Pop Shaw had a talk with the players. Nobody ever told me what they said, but they played better. I think they'd say tough. One night we had a football game, and we were way ahead. Well, they took him out. He walked up and down the side of the field. You'd think he was expecting a baby. He just couldn't stand being out of that game. And he played offense and defense, so he didn't come out much. And he kicked the extra point that won the very first state championship. Wow. One that tries the hardest, not always the best player, but the one that gives 110%. Coach Cochran told me one time that if he told Dino he wanted a hole through a brick wall, Dino said, how big? And the night we won the state championship, he was lined up against a 250-pound player. He weighed 160, I think. And somebody said, oh, I think Dino might have met his match tonight. Well, after the first play, that guy was laying flat on the back. And I said, what did you say?
The Dino Kilgore Award is given to a senior athlete each year. It is voted on by the coaches, and we always give it to a senior athlete that embodies the spirit that Dino Kilgore showed while he was here in Buford. It is given to a student athlete that consistently puts the team above himself and makes sure that his teammates are taken care of each and every day. He exhibits the core intangibles that we strive to bring out each and every day through Buford football by being tough, hard-nosed, and loving his teammates. This player showed up every day to make sure he left the program better than he found it.
This year's Dino Kilgore Award recipient is Daniel Benitez.
Ryan Daniel was a former baseball and football player at Buford High School. A 2000 graduate, his senior class was accredited with the turnaround of Buford football. They went 4-6 his junior year and finished with a 10-2 record his senior year. This group laid the groundwork for the next 20 years of Buford football, where we won 11 state titles. RD not only gave to Buford as a player, he gave to Buford as a coach as he returned in 2007. We tragically lost RD in 2012 at only 30 years old. To say that RD was loved is an understatement. He loved the people of Buford, and Buford loved him. The picture a lot of you guys see of the logo of RD has a funny story behind it. The night that we first unveiled the gold jerseys for our varsity football team, we were playing GAC, and we laid them out in the tunnel as a surprise for the seniors. Everybody that knew RD knew he was a jealous person, and he wanted to be the first one to put one on. So he found his old number 74, put it on, and snapped a picture of him flexing in the tunnel before the seniors came back to find the jerseys on the floor. Ryan knew that 10 years after he finished playing, this was a very special moment to have a chance to wear gold jerseys at Tom Bryden Stadium.
I can honestly consider Ryan Daniel as one of my best friends. Ryan Daniel is a special person. You know, he played here at Buford. He was part of that crew when Coach Wood and Coach Simpson was here, their first couple of years, that bought into their vision and grabbed onto each other and said, let's go. What he did and what his senior class poured in back then is why we are here now today. Ryan graduated Buford. He went on to play college football and then came back as a coach here at Buford. And that's when I got to know him the most. You know, some of the things RD used to always say is you can't spell Buford without RD. He would always challenge you every day, no matter what it was. Are you getting better? Okay, is what you're doing right now making you better? And he would hold you accountable to the last second. And he wouldn't you couldn't talk him out of it. He wouldn't let you. But I love RD. He's a special person to me. He's a special person to Buford. He's the one that I think of first when I say family. The F-A-M-I-L-Y, in family. Forget about me, I love you. Ryan Daniel would always say that, and not only, but he lived it.
So a lot of y'all never knew Ryan Daniel, and a lot of us knew him really, really well and spent many, many days and many, many hours and just countless workouts, and I was his coach for a while. I didn't coach his position, but when I came here in '99, Ryan was a senior. So I got to teach Ryan and coach Ryan. I got a lot of stories about Ryan. One I'll share with you briefly. Ryan was a lineman. I mean, he was a sloppy lineman, but he took pride in that. But the one thing about Ryan that was kind of unique to being a lineman is he really, really dressed well, and he took pride in the way he dressed. So one morning I'm getting ready for school, and his locker was literally right next to my locker as we would shower, get dressed, and I put on some pants and a shirt, and it was terribly wrinkly. And I'm like, dang, I'm like, Ryan, can I wear this? Is this too wrinkly? He said, hold on, Coach, I got you. And he pulled out a handheld iron, and he waved it all over, ran it all up and down my shirt, all up and down my pants for about 3 minutes, and he stood back and he said, you're good, Coach. So I appreciate Ryan for the way he dressed and the way he always was a caretaker, even as I had wrinkles all over my clothes that morning for school. But you would often see Ryan walking down the halls with his arm around a special needs kid, buying a Coke for him, buying a pack of crackers for him. That's just who he was. So he was definitely a caretaker, fun, funny, a little quirky at times, but we sure do miss and sure do love Ryan.
Each year, the coaching staff selects the Ryan Daniel Award winner from the senior class. This is a player that all the other players gravitate towards. He takes care of them in various ways on and off the field. He is a caretaker, so to speak, for the program. This player loves the community and loves his school and protects each and every day what this school and the program stands for. For the 5 years that I knew Ryan around Buford High School, he was always a positive person in any classroom or any locker room that he walked in. Ryan loved Buford. He wanted to take care of anybody that was an employee or a student athlete here. He was always fun to be around. He was always funny. Even if you were in a bad mood, he made sure he made you laugh and put you in a better mood for the rest of that day. There's nobody like him, and there will never be anybody like him around Buford High School again.
This year's Ryan Daniel Award recipient is Malone Van Gorder.
We'd also like to recognize our senior athletes who will be continuing their playing career at the collegiate level. This year, Buford football is proud to have 13 senior players that will be continuing their academic and football careers at the collegiate level. T. Lee, Arizona State University. Seth McLaughlin, University of Alabama. Jalen Huff, Georgia Tech, go Jackets. Jackson Powell, the United States Military Academy. Evan DiMaggio, Furman University. Hayden Olson, Tennessee Tech. Elijah Turner, the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Justice Johnson, University of Pikeville. Malone Van Gorder, Bowling Green State University. Jamarius Isaac, Albany State University. Carlton Holly, Benedict College. Zaylin Taylor, Wingate University. And Ace Edwards, Georgia Southern University. Now on to tonight's most exciting portion, recognition of our 2019 5A champions. But before we get to the debut of our ring, if you followed Buford football on social media this week, you've seen features of our top 15 plays as voted on by our coaching staff for the 2019 season. At this time, we'd like to introduce the top 10 plays of Buford football for 2019. Number 10, a River Wilson strip versus Carrollton leads to a Jarvis Evans to Julian Lewis for the fade touchdown.
So pre-play, I was really thinking I just have to beat this guy in front of me. Wasn't much to it. Then during the play, JP had beat his man, making it possible for me to make the play that I did on the QB. He brought him up. I just shed my block, went on him, and hit the ball out. The rush of excitement just went through me. Went straight to the sidelines, didn't even celebrate with my team. That's how excited I was.
Before my touchdown catch versus Carrollton, on the way to the line of scrimmage, I was just thinking this is my chance right here to make a big play on the road in this type of environment. Coach Manley and Coach Condon had the confidence in me, and I just made the play. Jarvis threw a good ball after I caught it. I remember my whole body going numb. I was just super excited, seeing the crowd going crazy, and my teammates celebrate with me. I'll never forget it.
Number 9, Elijah Turner kicks off the season with a 65-yard touchdown versus Milton on our first drive.
On that 65-yard touchdown against Milton High School, second play of the game, it was a very big moment for me. And I was very nervous because it was my first time starting, and it was the first game of the season. But as I was standing back there in the backfield, I looked over to my left and saw a whole bunch of open space, and I knew that it was going to be a good one for me. And, I just made something out of it and scored. And after that, all my teammates celebrated with me. Fans were going crazy. Coaches celebrated with me. And it was just a good moment. And I thank all my teammates for just helping me out and get me in the end zone.
Number 8, T. Lee in his punt return for a touchdown versus Archer.
Hey, this is T. Lee. I'm a cornerback, punt returner, and kick returner for the Buford Wolves. For the Archer punt return, I remember catching the ball and seeing lots of grass to my right. I was able to make a few guys miss and I got into the end zone. I remember it being super loud after I scored. That was a big momentum shift right before halftime, and we came out second half and we won the game.
Speed of T. Lee dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Buford.
What a play by Mr. Lee.
T. Lee with a 38-yard punt return touchdown. And we're tied at 14. Watch him weave through the defense, get in traffic, and still find favor.
Number 7, Jamarius Isaac, interception in the end zone versus Warner Robins in overtime.
What's up, guys? I'm number 4, Jamarius Isaac, and I knew that this is my only time to make it right. And when he ran a route, I was on top of it, and I looked up and the ball was coming my direction, and I couldn't believe it because I knew I was going to catch it. And then I thought I was going to score, but they called it back. But pretty much after that, I knew the offense was going to take care of what they had to do and get the job done.
Number 6, T. Lee again with a strip of the Warner Robins wide receiver, leading to a game-tying drive. Jamarius Isaac on the recovery.
Hey, this is T. Lee. I'm a cornerback, punt returner, and kick returner for the Buford Wolves. For the forced fumble at State, I remember in the huddle, Coach Out was telling us to get the ball out. It was late in the game. The receiver ran a 7-step slant on me. It was kind of a deep slant. And when he caught the ball, I used violent hands. And I remember grabbing the ball and pushing it through to the floor. That play happened super quick, but I'll never forget it.
2-yard line, and now Buford says he coughed it up. No signal from the officials just yet.
Finishing the play is T.
And apparently he fumbled it.
T. Lee coming in and playing with that same kind of energy he played in and broke this up right here. Look at him get those hands in there. That ball is out. That is a fumble by Jones.
And T. Lee with another huge play, the forced fumble for the Arizona State commit, getting the best of the Memphis commit. Markel Jones had made a very nice catch on the play, snagging it out of the air. But T. Lee made a better play to poke it loose and give his team a chance in this state championship game.
Number 5, Jarvis Evans to Trayton Rank for the 2-point conversion to beat Archer in overtime.
Coach App and Coach Condon made the decision to go for 2 and run 40 dirt, and I knew that we were going to find a way to come out on top in that game. And when Trayton caught the ball, I mean, it was surreal the way the crowd reacted and the way.
So 40 Durden coming out of the huddle on the sideline. Coach Condon told me I was going to get the ball on 40 Durden and we're going to run it, win the game. I was amazed that they put that trust in me, but I appreciated it. And when I landed after the catch, I was just in awe after seeing the fans in the student section rush me. It was pretty cool.
It was a great catch, too.
Yes, sir. I mean,
when you let it go, I was like, oh, we might have overthrown it. Did you think that a little bit?
I mean, I let it loose out of trust. I trusted my wide receivers, and Trayton's an amazing athlete. And I just had faith that he would go up there and make the catch, and that's what he did.
Number 4, Hayden Olson with a game-winning field goal versus Carrollton.
To be honest, before the kick, I was mainly excited because we had practiced that kick like 1,000 times in practice. I didn't really grasp how important that kick was until I saw a picture, and on the sideline you can just see everyone praying, and it just has a different feeling.
So for this kick, I definitely was a little more nervous than the state championship game, just because it was my first game-winning kick in varsity football. But as soon as that ball went through the uprights, I mean, it was just a surreal moment knowing that I was able to help my team get one step closer to the state championship. So.
Number 3, fake punt versus Carrollton. Hayden Olson to Justice Johnson for the first down.
I knew Hayden was going to give me the ball. It was just, I got to catch it. You either catch it or we probably won't get the ball back. So I made the catch, made the first down. And I already knew if I made that catch, we could go kick a field goal and win the game.
So for this play, this is something that Coach Dasher saw was open the whole game. And so when we took the field on that very drive and that play, he signaled it in. There wasn't really a lot of time for me to think about it. I caught the ball, I threw it, Justice made a great catch, and so just to keep our team alive in that play right there was just a big moment for us. So.
Number 2, Ashton Daniels to Jamarius Isaac for the game-tying touchdown versus Warner Robins in the state championship game with 20 seconds remaining.
What's up, y'all? Ashton Daniels here talking about the game-tying touchdown in the state championship. I knew it was a great play call. Coach Condon had prepared us for this moment. I knew my boy Jam was going to be open in the end zone, and I knew my line was going to protect for me. So I threw it up. Jam came down with it. It was a great play, and I knew it wasn't over yet. We got to finish the job, and that's it.
Down to 33 seconds. Pocket for Daniels, goes to the end zone, jump ball, call, touchdown Buford. Jamarius Isaac, 22-yard touchdown catch with 27 seconds to go. And Buford a PAT away from tying the game.
And you want to keep Walker off the quarterback. What you do, you slide your best lineman, Seth McLaughlin, out to protect your quarterback, the left tackle, giving Daniels all kind of time. And what a big-time throw and catch.
Number 1, Hayden Olsen game-winning field goal versus Warner Robins for the state title.
So before the kick, I definitely was a little nervous, but I had more confidence than anything. I trusted my teammates. I trusted Cole and Carson. So once we made the kick, it was just a humbling experience knowing that as a team, we put Buford football back on top where it should be. So
before the play, I definitely had some nerves, but like I told Hayden, this is what we do. I hold, he kicks, and I mean, I had all the confidence in the world in him. Carson and I just had to make sure we did our jobs, and then after the play, I pulled a coach app, ran down the field with my hands up, and I was just excited to be state champs for the seniors.
Watching those plays brings back the excitement of one of the greatest seasons in the history of Buford football. Now, without further ado, the moment you all been waiting for.
Say I won't. Why y'all scared to be different? Say I won't. Why y'all scared to be different? Say I won't. We them outsiders, that's just how we live it. Say I won't. And I bet I will. You can say I won't.
It is my privilege right now to unveil the 2019 State Championship football ring. My favorite part about this ring is that it contains over 140 stones and there is significance throughout the design. The prominent design on the face of the ring is an emerald wolf head surrounded by stones. There are 2 belts under the face of the ring. The top belt features all of our state championship years along with the word state champs. The second band has Glory Land on one side and Buford on the other side, and alternating green and white stones. The 12 green stones signify the amount of state championships we have in football, and the 14 white stones signify the amount of wins we had this past season. On the left panel, each recipient will have their last name right above the B symbol. The above the B symbol represents our character development initiative. The concept of above the B sets the standard of how we want young men to act. We want all of our young men to be beyond reproach, a servant leader, and do all things exactly right. That side also contains a rendering of Tom Riding Stadium and our bell tower, which represents the tradition of Buford football. The right panel contains the words Road Warriors, representing the difficult path we had to take on our way to the state championship. The R and the D are colored green in Road Warriors to represent Ryan Daniel. Below that, you will see 4 marked cities on the state of Georgia. They represent the 4 places that we played on our road trip throughout the playoffs: Ware County, Carrollton, Jones County, and Atlanta. The state of Georgia is surrounded by 14 stones representing our 14 wins. The bottom ribbon has 5 A's commemorating our state championship win and our final year of the 5A classification. We're so excited for you to see this ring, and we know it will be a treasure for years to come. Congratulations and go Wolves.
I hope you love this ring as much as I do. I can't wait to hand one to each one of our players, staff, and support personnel. And to the class of 2020, we miss you guys right now, and I hate that your senior year ended this way, but just know you left a lasting impression on Buford football and on the Buford community as a whole. We appreciate everything you did all the way back to January, leading these guys through long runs and weight room sessions and everything that you did. The leadership that you showed brought us to the point that we are now.
This has been a night with the Wolves. We hope you've enjoyed this look back at the 2019 state championship. And we look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow morning at Buford High School behind the athletic building to come pick up your items, especially your ring.
Go Wolves.